Some voting stations in the United States will be closing within the next 2 hours. Meanwhile, both presidential hopefuls, Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, are urging voters not to allow this opportunity to slip through their hands, asking them to go out and vote. Our senior politics reporter Ziyanda Ngcobo is at a voting station in Atlanta, Georgia, and filed this report.
We're now in the Buckhead community, which is another part of Atlanta, and we had another voting station at the Buckhead Library. It's a more affluent suburb. It's been rather quiet, but still eventful. And a lot of the people that are coming out of this voting station have shared how their address, is registered somewhere else. And so a few people have had to now go to where their address is registered. It's quite a similar story to what we saw happening during our election. So it's not unique to South Africa. Let's bring in Eric Vale, who's also a voter. You've just come here, and of course, you're now going to have to move and go vote somewhere else. But in general, how are you feeling about how today is going?
It's not bad. I mean, maybe I could have done a little bit more due diligence to figure out which location I was supposed to go to. But I mean, it wasn't very straightforward either. I had to pay for parking and all that good stuff, so it's kind of inconvenient having to go somewhere else. But they did say after 5 p.m. you can vote anywhere, so that's good.
Oh, okay, that's wonderful. And in general, how are you feeling about this election? The build-up to this election has been quite intense. You had a candidate coming just 107 days before today's vote. Is that significant for you? Did you ever get confused about who you want to vote for?
I mean, it's kind of a big deal, the last minute change, but I think it's very positive with the candidate. And I am kind of a swing voter, you know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure of who I'm going to vote for today.
What do you mean swing vote? Have you changed your mind many times? What do you mean by that?
I mean, I voted red in the past, but this time I'm going blue.
Oh, all right. Thanks for sharing with us. And why are you going blue this time?
That's a good question. I don't know. There's a lot of things at stake that I think are important, and I think that's the party that is more aligned with my values.
So, I mean, there's also been talk about how there's some Republicans who are voting for Kamala Harris because they feel that there's a section within the Republican Party that's just too extreme and not espousing the values of the Reds. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I do have some people in my life that are more right-leaning, but there's definitely some things that Trump has said that they don't really agree with. So there's definitely some of that going on as well, I think.
All right, Eric Vale is a voter. He's heading off then to go to his correct voting station, but after 5 p.m. he will be able to vote anywhere. And so that's just one of the flexibilities, I guess, of the electoral system here in the U.S. And this is where we'll leave it for now here in Buckhead as we continue then to bring you rolling coverage from voting stations. Later on, we'll be going to some of the watch parties when the vote counting starts to get underway.